along. My name's Stephen and we're from Rochdale Canal Group. We got that in sync, didn't we then?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
You're looking rather festive, Anne, you know, with all your tinsel and stuff like.
Well, yeah, I thought I'd get dressed up for the occasion.
Wow. And I've even donned, would you believe, it's quite cold outside, but I've even donned my Christmas t-shirt. How's that? Getting in a festive mood. Well, we've had a busy month, haven't we, really?
It's been very busy, yeah.
It's like behind the scenes, there's been lots of going on, and we've tried to keep people updated in our canal groups, haven't we?
We have.
But I suppose the main one, certainly for myself, it's probably a couple of weeks ago now, and I'm sure you saw the post, but I actually did some filming with Nice Cat Media, and I was with Rob Lloyd and Earthen Collins. You know, and the filming took place near Oldham Road Canal Bridge, and I really enjoyed it, to be honest. You know, it kind of brought back memories of when I used to do the Heritage Explorers, but obviously Rob and Earthen kind of brought a lot of equipment along, you know. I was quite surprised, really, you know. I mean, they like loads of stuff and they set it all up and very professional, you know. I mean, because it's quite nerve-wracking, isn't it? You know, I mean, suddenly you're kind of thrust in front of camera, and I obviously I didn't have a script. I just literally had to like think about it and speak and try and activate naturally, you know what I mean? But it seemed to work, didn't it?
It did, and you were all mic'd up as well, which was good, weren't you?
Yeah, I had you won't know, but I had a mic, like a cord underneath my coat, you know what I mean? Which were really good, and obviously we talked about not only the canal, you know, the past, the present, and hopefully the future. We looked a little bit on the branch canal, where we hopefully at some point in the future, Rochdale Council will come on board. You know, we'll get our Brian Alden Marina, and boats can go in there again. But I was kind of like, had a nice surprise, because I was looking at the site, and would you believe, I don't know, I think it's only like about 9 days, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, like, the viewing figures now are 10.8k, so we're heading for 11,000 views, which is wonderful. And I'd just like to say thank you so much to everyone who's watched it, and hopefully it can do a lot of good for Rochdale Canal, especially on the urban side, which is the Lancashire side of Rochdale.
Well, to be fair, I was saying to you earlier, there's been a couple of repairs on the Rochdale Canal earlier as well, and I just feel that is, you know, something to celebrate, really. The lock gates.
Yeah, it was a step in the right direction, because certainly we're on a train and there's some work going on, like just before Headland Bridge, weren't there?
Yes.
You know, there's some work, like when we've driven past, like sort of Summit area, and certainly it's kind of like more sort of like Failsworth end, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, like heading towards Manchester. I believe they've been replacing the lock gate there.
Yes.
So it puts in good stead, you know what I mean? Hopefully, I don't want to say managed decline, hopefully that's like a thing at past now. And we're looking forward to like a really well-maintained, improved Rochdale Canal for future. We can only hope, can't we? Right. I've got a little list here if you wonder what I'm doing. So I kind of like turn my list over and then... Oh, what does that say here?
We've got the Rochdale Canal calendar, so thank you everybody that's bought the calendar so far, okay? We do have some left, and it is a lovely calendar. I'll just show you one of the pictures. Let me just see what we've got.
A good selection, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a good selection, but there we are at Todd, okay?
Yeah, lively lock.
Yeah.
A guillotine lock. I'm sure a few people have passed through that.
So that's one of the pictures, but there are 12 for each month, and each page does have the dates on. So we're struggling now really to get out for Christmas, because the last posting date is the 18th. But if you want a calendar for the new year, you know, we still have some, and we can sort that out for you.
Most definitely, because it lasts, obviously it's 2025, so it is current for the obviously the preceding year, isn't it?
Yeah, and we all send it Royal Mail tracked, so you can keep tabs on it, and you know when it's going to be delivered as well. We just ask for your email address, and that way you can keep tabs on it.
Yeah, and there's a little note for myself, weren't there?
There is,
you know, just talking a little bit about calendar, not in any great detail, but just I think it's a nice touch, you know, to put it in there, and then you know, it's like the souvenir, isn't it? Really?
Yes, yes.
Bit of a souvenir.
Yes.
So you've probably seen it a few times quite recently. Anne's been posting about me public speaking, haven't you?
I have, yes, because we decided to, which is been a long time coming. It needs to come, doesn't it?
Well, over the years, obviously I've been involved with canals for a very long time. I'll go back to like 1984, And quite a few people have asked me, like, will you do a talk for this organisation? You know what I mean? And we'd love you to come and like do a talk, but it's like life kind of gets in the way. You know what I mean? Because a long time I was working, well, you know, like shifts when I.
You were, yeah.
You know what I mean? And anyway, I'm finally at a point now where I feel quite comfortable, you know, like in speaking. You know what I mean? And got a lot of really interesting photographs that most people probably not seen before. Obviously, I got personal recollections when I walked along it, and there's been some quite funny stories, which I won't spoil it now. You know what I mean? But so the reason I mention that is, what's the exciting news?
Well, we have been putting a poster up on the groups, and originally we went out asking for other groups if they wanted Stephen to do a talk for that evening, which we have had a good response, and he is available to do talks for the evening if they email me at angelic-wingstherapist@gmail.com, then we can discuss it, okay? But there's been a few people asking where the talks are, so it's given us the idea, hasn't it, to go around looking at venues now and to put an evening on ourselves.
Yeah, because we've actually put like an evening with Stephen Parker, and we thought, well, why don't we actually make it? Instead of like people asking us to come and talk to a particular group, what we're going to do, we're going to put an event on. And the event basically is we'll hire a venue, which we've got a few to look at, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
We've got a few, and hopefully it won't be too far from Rochdale Canal. And the idea is, like, we put the event on. Obviously, we're going to have to pay for either room, aren't we?
Yes, yeah.
If we choose a room, we'll make sure it's got, like, somewhere you can have a nice cup of tea or coffee, toilet facilities, etc. So we're looking at putting on an event, aren't we?
We are, yes. So basically, we haven't got any dates yet, but we are going to see some places, aren't we?
Yeah, in the very near future.
Yes.
And what that'll do is, because it might be, you know, obviously I'm giving talks to various organisations from March 2025 onwards. You know what I mean? And I'm still taking bookings, aren't we?
You are, yeah.
But the point is this: if, you know, imagine you're not in that group and you want to see this talk, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying you're at a disadvantage, but the point of putting this public event on is that we'll hire a room, and then everyone's got a chance. You know what I mean? I suppose it's like first come, first served, isn't it, with tickets?
It will be. It will be ticket.
Yeah, and the thing is, obviously, we're using our own money to hire the room, so there will be a fee for the ticket, which we'll have to work out, won't we?
It'll all be on the group page. We will create an event also. I do have experience of doing events anyway in the field that I work in, so you know, it'll be well organised, and it'll be a lovely evening because Stephen has got a lot of knowledge about the Rochdale Canal. He's got a lot of information in books and.
That's correct.
You know.
And you've got to think as well, though. I know this particular event will, you know, like be about the Rochdale Canal. But obviously I can talk about the Manchester Mulberry Canal. So this is probably just the first event, won't it? Because then it'd be nice to put something on, maybe sort of like more the next time on the Manchester Mulberry Canal. And I've got quite a few ideas of talks that I really want to do, you know what I mean? And I don't want to say too much because it's like, let's just say it's work in progress, but I'll end up doing, well, I'll have a selection of talks to talk about, won't I?
Yeah, there's 4 on his poster anyway that you said about, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a few.
And you know that's going to grow because Stephen, well, he lives and breathes canals.
Even when I'm asleep, I'm there talking about Manchester Ship Canal, aren't I? You know, it's
every day. I don't think a day goes by when he doesn't mention something.
It's quite funny too, really. But you know, like I said, put me near a canal. It's like I'm thinking, it's like I'm home in it.
Yes, it is.
You know, you probably can tell by this video. I get really excited. It's not sad. I suppose it's enthusiasm in it. You know what I mean? But like. I suppose my life revolves around canals, doesn't it?
It does, it's your passion.
It's your passion, and I really, you know, it's just something I really love, you know what I mean?
At least it's not another woman, so that's the main thing, isn't it?
I think I'll be on a bit of a start, won't I? So I suppose that's kind of it. There's other stuff. I suppose a sneaky one thing you could mention, can I?
Yes.
I can't say too much here, but what I can say is that not too long back, I spent quite a bit of time, didn't I? I did something, and because I did something, I then wrote about the experience, So I'm kind of keeping it top secret, this. And I did put a lot of effort into it, didn't I?
Yeah.
And not only did I, like, when I did this, if you want to call it experience, I took some, well, what I thought were really good photographs, and they're probably the best pictures I've took. You know what I mean? Anyway, you know, I spent quite a long time, like, writing an article, which I submitted to, let's just say, a leading canal magazine in the UK, yeah, and they've accepted that. So this article, which I'm not mentioning what it is because it's not fair, will be published probably early, middle of next year, won't it?
Probably will be, yes.
Yeah, and then when that comes out, I think people will really like it, and that'll be the subject of another talk. And then, obviously, once these photographs are published in the article, then I'll probably use them for like a bit of a TikTok video as well.
Yes, yes.
Because it is. I can't say too much, but I think you'll enjoy it. That's all I can say. I know I enjoyed writing it, and you know, I'm really looking forward to reaction when other people read what I did, because I've got lots of ideas, as you might gather.
So we've got lots planned for next year as well. We're going to get out and about, aren't we?
Yeah,
well.
you know, like I said, loads of stuff on the go. We don't want to say too much because obviously, you know, like we keep going to these weird and wonderful ideas, and we think, well, that's a good idea. You know what I mean? We can do this, we can do that. And then it's nice bringing an idea to fruition, and hopefully a lot of people enjoy what we do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And like hopefully we're promoting canals in a good light, aren't we?
Yes, definitely.
You know, like campaigning and doing what we can do. You know what I mean? To like help our inland waterways. So like that, that's kind of like finger that into like hot off the press. That it's nice, isn't it? You know, when you've written something, you submit it and they approve it because you know that they're then going to use it, which is brilliant. So I can't say any more. I'll keep it crossed. Like.
So lots of exciting things, and 2025 we're really looking forward to.
Yeah, like you said, again, I can't say much more, but let's just say there's some really, 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 really exciting stuff coming up. You know what I mean? And again, I don't want to spoil it yet, but next year is going to be a good year.
Yes, definitely.
A very good year.
Yeah.
At that, I suppose we've probably talked enough. I'm looking at thingy, what is it, 11 minutes 52. God, you can't shut me up, can they? But I suppose that, like I say, thank you for listening. I hope you have a really nice Christmas and a prosperous New Year. And hopefully we'll meet you at some point, either at an event or on the towpath, and we can have a good chinwag.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so
very
much.
much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.